20 races down. It's all going to come down to this one race for some drivers to make the chase, the Subway 250 at Phoenix. On the pole, Jonathan Beeford, how big would it be if he could get another win this season and get up into the top 25 in points and make the chase? Who's outside is the 22 of Christian Richardson. Then 30 of Justin Heath, 4th is Justin Idell, running out the top 5, William Seaman. Then your points leader, Len Fenway, starts 60, trying to keep that points and get those chase points. Jennifer Beefer in 7th, JJ Reed is 8th, 9th is Cynthia Bright, and Dylan Mills rounds out the top 10. Then for the rest of you, I got Xavier Sullivan Jr., and then there's Tim Gary. Then James Stabilito subbing in the 7 truck, and Keegan Thompson in the 51. There's Michael Canto in 2nd in points. Michael Ferris is going to try and get by the 93 in points. That's going to be a tall task there. Colton, who won last race, is going to have to win this race to get into the chase, and Keith Stevens in the 62. We have Trey Rainey and Ray Sir, Derek Hamill and Alan Bowman, then Luke Rainey and Alex Stewart. Jonathan Rains and Greg Lee has been great all season, but he needs a win to get into the chase. They have Code Luigi and Riley Sprayly-Tube, Gustavo Rocha and Isaac Nichols. Then there's Jack Canaramo and Jeff Moses, Griffin Lynn and Christian Parker, and finally rounding out the field, James Ryan and the 39 of Danny Bright. That's your 36 truck field here at Phoenix. Let's go down track side and get the command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, take a nice big deep breath so you give your seatbelt a tug. Double check your steering wheel. Sit back, relax, get a nice pace, nice rhythm, and let's go out there and have a good day, all right, bud?
Such an important race in the Pennzoil Truck Series 28 race season. Race 21, the cutoff to make the chase. 10 drivers will make it, the rest going home, and just going to be preparing to try and get wins now for the rest of the season. The pace truck is in, 38 laps, and after those 38 laps, we'll know who's in the chase for season number 3. Down into the restart zone for Jonathan Beeford. We're racing at Phoenix. Green flag is in the air. Justin Heath will grab the race lead down the dogleg, and Jonathan Beeford loses the race lead on lap 1 from the pole. Justin Heath in the 3 clears the 77 through 3. And Jonathan way up the racetrack. He might get into the wall. He's going to be 3 wide top. Justin Heath leads lap 1. Big for him. He's not had a great season. He can't even make the chase, but at this point he's just going to try and win. William Seaman can make the chase if he wins. Christian Richardson trying to get down 3rd, but Jennifer Beeford in the 46 had other ideas. She had a huge run. And Cynthia Bright's on the cut line to make the chase. She needs to have a great result to try and keep it on that cut line. She's in the top 5 as they're stacked up 3 wide behind her. Jonathan Beeford in the 77 still falling back. Landon Fenway gonna get pushed. Oh, crash! Colton Yo, yellow, and Colton Yo's chase chances are done. The 15 is hit hard, although it doesn't look like that. The truck is damaged definitely. He might be able to continue on, but his chances of winning here today are done, and his chase chances looks like are done as well. Yellow number 1, Heath leads us back to the stripe. That saves Jonathan Beeford, who was falling back. He fell back to 7th, and Lamb Fenway's about to get passed by Ferris. Fenway gets back in 10th, Ferris in 12th, so that saves the 93 as well. So let's see what happens. Colton Yo's racing along back of the pack, and he just gets involved in a crash, which might take his chance of winning away. They're racing big time back here, trying to get up towards the front. Greg Lee in the 99 is in the middle lane. He kind of slides up, gets into Trey Rain, then that sends him up into the 15 of Colton Yo. It spins the 15 round. Yo goes up and slams the wall hard with the right side, and then spins it around. Luke Rain does make some contact there, but that's not going to be anything that would hurt the truck. Yo drives it away, but tough big time damage there to the right side of that machine. Looks like the front is going to be okay, but the right side, you never know. He slapped that wall pretty hard, so I would not be surprised to see that truck off pace here. So he won last race at Pocono, looking to go 2 in a row to make the chase. Let's go on board with him, see what he saw from this crash. That's a pretty hard hit there to the right side. Back in front, the 3 of Justin Heath led us back. He'll stay on the racetrack. Heath leads back to the green flag. Going back here in lap number 7, Justin Heath out front, and all 36 trucks still left in the race. William Seaman will be 2nd for this restart, Christian Richardson 3rd, Jennifer Beeford 4th, and Cynthia Brighton 5th. Then Tim Gary in 6th, your pole here, Jonathan Beeford falls back to 7th, Justin Zidell's 8th, 9th Keegan Thompson, and points leader Lamb Fenway rounds out the top 10. 2nd in points, Michael Ferris is 12th. We keep talking about this points lead, and drivers up in the top 10 points, they get chase points. So, like drivers like Code Luigi and Luke Ray here at the back of the field right now. Code is back in 32nd, and Luke's only in from him in 28th, just a few positions. Those drivers, they're nervous because they need some chase points badly, to try and contend with maybe, say, the 93 and some others. The green flag is back out. We're back racing. But those drivers kind of back there, they're hoping that they can hang on to a pretty decent points position now. Or if, in Luke's case, hoping to stay inside the top 10, at least get some sort of chase points to add on to his 3 wins. So down the backstretch with the battle for third, Jeff Buford in the 46 moves out of line to get by the 23 of Christian Richardson as they race off into turn 3. Now Buford looking for second, which might be for the race lead. Seaman washed up the track 3 wide. Heath off the outside lane is going to get a run. He clears. 3 truck back to the race lead, but they're side by side for second. Seaman up top, Buford down low, and Cynthia Brent, the 57, has joined the party. Make it a 3-way battle for second. Make it a 3-way battle for the race lead. Heath trying to block off the 46. Buford gets clear. Here she comes now trying to drive to the inside of the 3 of Just Heath as they race off into 3 and 4. Tight down low for the 46, but Heath definitely goes up the track big time. Down the front stretch, Richardson with a great crossover move there to try and get to the inside of the 92 for 4th. Buford and Heath still side by side into turn 1. And Cynthia Bright just holding calm right there in the 3rd position, waiting for them to maybe tangle or some sort. Jennifer Buford gets clear. She's your new race leader. Great move there. Here comes Cynthia Brent, the 57, trying to get to the inside. Here comes Cynthia, driving it to the bottom of that 46. Jennifer goes up the track a little bit there. Cynthia driving it hard off the bottom lane. Cynthia leads the lap, so that's some bonus points there that might help her to try and make the chase. Now, if I'm Cynthia, I'm not going to try and overdrive this corner right here. She does a great job there getting clear of the 46 and now trying to pull away from the field. Last season, this race was actually in the chase. So it just shows what a difference a season can make. This race now, the last race to make the chase. Look at this. Richardson for second. Has a teammate just Neath behind him. Keegan Thompson's emerged inside the top 5. That 51 truck coming to life, trying to get up here and win. And then it's the battle for 6, teaming up top. Tim Gary down low. Gary's going to try and make some forward progress here. Jonathan Buford in the 77th the track. Your Pulsar falling back. And your points in the 93 moves to the inside. Michael Ferris in the 23 is just a few positions behind. Right now stabilizing in the 12th position. Oh, Jonathan way up the track. Look at this. 3 wide at the front of the field. That's for second. Heath in the middle. Richardson up top. And Keegan Thompson all the way to the bottom lane trying to get a few positions forward right here as Jeff Buford goes to the outside there trying to get a run. Goes way up the track though. And Keegan Thompson emerging down low. Driving hard. Just Heath gets clear. He's back to second. Now Keegan Thompson trying to get to third. Tight down low, though. He might give up that 3rd position, possibly even 4th, as Jeff Buford, the huge run up top, might get clear. Front 4. Front 3 get clear. It's the battle for 4th. It's about 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're in a huge battle right now. Christian Richardson just in front of it, but he's definitely a part of it. Keegan once again trying the inside. This time driving underneath 3rd place Richardson. Oh, he got a better run that time than he did last time. He's to the inside of the 22. Might get by him right here into turn 1. Keegan Thompson down low in the 51. They're stacked up back there. Sullivan Jr. sideways. He's able to control the truck and save it. Great car and truck control right there of Xavier Sullivan Jr. Almost took out second in points Michael Ferris, but they all saved their trucks. The 50 drives back a little bit, but they're all still racing on with clean race trucks. Cynthia Bright leads another lap out front. She's been dominating ever since she got out front, but has Justin Heath and some others trying to run her down. And she has the lap track of Colton Yo ahead in the 15, who was slower because of that crash damage. There's tacked up 3 wide back there. Would not like to be back there right now in the middle of the pack. Cynthia, the gap closing to Justin Heath is for 3rd. Jennifer may have given Keegan a little bump up the track there, but Thompson, that high line runoff, gets clear. He keeps 3rd for now. Yeah, lap track of Colton Yo is right now coming off turn number 2. Trying to see if he's definitely still in 3rd gear, and these guys are in 4th gear. Let's see, at the end of the straightaway, Colton reaches 157. These drivers right here are reaching 159. So Colton's definitely just a few miles an hour slower, but not too much slower. Cameron and Griffin Lynn are both off pace. I believe Lynn's pretty much locked in to the chase, so he doesn't really have much to worry about. He might just be hanging back here. But Luke Rainey trying to get points, chase points. Code Luigi the same there. Trying to see if anyone else back here is looking for some chase points to try and get. I don't really see anyone who's currently in that. Yeah, I'm just trying to look. Trey Rainey. Greg Lee's trying to win. He's up to the 15th, 14th position, but time running out for that 99 truck. He might need another caution to get caught up. Front three pull away. It's a big battle for fourth. Riley Sprayed in the 9 to the inside of Tim Gary trying to get by for that fourth position. They're side by side across the stripe, coming to 20 laps to go this time. So still a ton of time left, but some of those drivers back there in the teens and maybe just inside the top 10, they're going to need a caution to get caught up to these front few. They've definitely pulled a gap on the rest of the field behind. So drivers like Greg Lee and some others that are trying to win to get into the chase, they need another caution. For second, Keegan Thompson's run down the 3, just Ethan pushing Heath forward. The 3 definitely gained that lap, and he's gaining fast. That drafting up from the 51 helped him tremendously. He might gain a ton on the 57 that lap. Yeah, he gained a ton. And Riley Sprayed has emerged in the 4th position, trying to get another win this season, trying to make the chase halfway this time by. Front 5 to get clears. Tim Gary sails into the 5th position. As the front 3 closer than they have been the previous few laps. Halfway, 19 laps to go. Cynthia Bright has led a majority of the first half of this race, but now it's just Ethan and Keegan Thompson coming fast in her rearview mirror. Thompson with the peak on Heath. Can't get anything done there. They stay single file for now, 2nd and 3rd. Once again, Cynthia. Here comes Keegan. That's for 2nd right there. Drove it underneath Heath. If he can get clear, that 51 looks a bit faster than 57 at this point in the run. 18 laps to go. He would have time if he can get by the 3, but it has to be in these next few laps because if they stay side by side, that 57 can pull away. Keegan with a great run through 1 and 2, and Thompson will clear for the 2nd position. Heath back to 3rd, and Riley Sprayed now going for that 3rd position in the 9 truck as they're single file behind the front 4. They're not really catching Colton Yo on a big pace to where Yo would impact the race if they were to catch him. Still for 3rd. Sprayed keeps it to the inside of Heath, but can't keep it down there into turn 1. Tim Gary 5th is going to join on this 2-truck battle. 6th is Richardson, 7th is Seaman, 8th Buford, 9th Mills, Land Fenway 10th, and Michael Ferris 11th. Trying to get by Fenway. He has to gain 80 points somehow, so he has to hope that the 9-3 has some sort of issue here in these final few laps, which I don't see happening. Sprayed keeps to the inside, drives to the inside of the 51 of Thompson for a 2nd, but nice high lane run there. Thompson gets clear, but Sprayed still to the inside of Heath and bound for 3rd. Oh, they might make this 3 wide. Heath backs out, goes up top, and they're still side by side for a 2nd. It's a 3-truck battle now. Heath, Sprayed, and Keegan Thompson. Oh, Sprayed drove it hard to the bottom that time. Can he get clear? No, he can't. 15 laps to go in the Subway 250. Sprayed gets to 3rd. Thompson keeps 2nd. Heath back to 4th. And Tim Gary in 5th is watching these front 4 battle. Or I guess 2nd to 3rd battles. Cynthia's done no balance since she's got out front. Now here they come on Colton Yo. They've gained just a little bit every lap, so they might catch in these next maybe 5-10 laps. Which would be right towards the end of this race. Sprayed still trying for that 2nd position, but just gets really tight down low, and Thompson might have it right here. 51 truck to 2nd. And has his sights set on the 57 of Cynthia Bright. They have definitely run down that 57 truck, but can they get around her? Catching is one thing, passing is another thing. Single file all the way back. Drivers wondering what they can do to try and get up. Thompson, once again, a little bit lower than Bright. This time to the back bumper, has to lift. But showing that he is there and has a faster truck. For 4th, Tim Gary and Justin Heath. 13. Last of racing to go on the 15 of Colton Yo is ahead. How does this play a factor? Now Sprayed back on the 51 for 2nd. Down the backstretch. Does Colton Yo hold these guys up? Do they get by him easily? Look at that. Into 3 to the inside of Cynthia Bright. Drives that 57 at the track. The 9 all but pushing the 51 down the front stretch. 12 to go, but Cynthia gets clear. And now Sprayed goes to the outside here in 1 and 2. Keegan to the inside. Bright. That's for the racing, but Thompson has to lift. Gets back up in line. Stays 2nd. Cynthia trying to get to the inside of the 15 of Colton Yo. She does into turn 3. Driving it now to the bottom lane. See how that works for her. Or does that hold her up and allow Keegan Thompson and some others to try and run down? Cynthia clears Yo. And Yo now going to hold up 2nd on back with 11 laps of racing to go. Can Keegan Thompson get around the 15 and have a shot at the 57? Or can Cynthia get a clutch victory to get into the chase, her 2nd of the season? Look at using the lap truck as a pick right there. Sprayed to the inside. Thompson trying to use that lap truck as a pick. Because if he gets stuck behind that 15, Sprayed can get right on by for the 2nd position. Still tight down low, though. And side by side for a second with 10 laps of racing to go. Sperlitube needing to get by the 51 or the 15. He's going to clear the 51, but still it's the 15 now to get by, which is going to be the easier task. Heath moved to the inside of the 51 as well, so Thompson might fall back to 4th because of that lap truck. Coming to 9 laps go. Time running out for the 9 and the 3 to try and run down the 57. Sperlitube with a great run off 4 that time. Closes down the 57. 9 laps of racing to go. Thompson finally gets around the 15, but is falling back to 4th. Now going to try and regain the 3rd position from Justin Heath. Sperlitube stalking the 57 Cynthia Bright. Can he get by the 57, or can Cynthia get another victory? Can Sperlitube get his 2nd win of the season and try and make the chase? It's all going to come down to these final 8 laps. Sperlitube right on the 57 in the tire tracks and gaining. Both of these drivers' chases could rely on how these final 8 laps go. Both looking for their 2nd win of the season. Down the backstretch. 7 to go this time by. Sperlitube closing on the 57 of Cynthia Bright. For 3rd, Thompson gives Heath a playful bump up the track as right to the back bumper for the 9 of Sperlitube with now 7 laps of racing to go. 7 to go, and for the race lead, Sperley's right on that 57. Can't quite get it done. Down the dogleg they come. Still for 3rd, Heath and Thompson are battling. That's allowed the front 2 to pull away. Here comes Sperlitube, looking low. Has a run. Gets to the inside, maybe a little bump up the track. Down the front stretch, 6 to go. Sperlitube to the inside of the 57 into turn 1. Pulls even. Can he complete the pass? So they come off of 2. Down the backstretch. It's a drag race. 6 to go. And move the 9 of Riley Sperlitube out front the Subway 250. Cynthia Bright falls back to 2nd. But has now 5 laps trying to run the 9 back down and get back by. 5 to go. The truck that has dominated is now back to 2nd. Sperlitube out front. If the yellow comes out, the race is over as well. Now Sperlitube at the track. Cynthia closing on the bottom lane. Back for the battle for 3rd. Heath back to the inside of Keegan Thompson. Some great racing back there. But we're focusing on this battle for the race lead. 2 trucks coming to 4 to go. And Sperlitube has pulled a gap on Cynthia. Did she get out front and wear the tires away? Because Sperlitube has pulled a gap with now 4 laps of racing to go. Time is running out for the 57 of Cynthia Bright to get by. It looked like she had it in the bag. But Sperlitube, that truck just a little bit faster, gets on by. Now come see 3 laps to go. Cynthia trying anything she can to get back to the 9, but is now falling back to the clutches of the 3 of Justin Heath. 3 laps to go. Front 5 have cleared the lap truck because it's a gaggle of trucks trying to get around there. Richardson, Gary, Sullivan Jr., Mills. There's Ferris in the 11th position. Fenway has fallen back a few positions. I don't see Fenway actually. Where has the 93 fallen? Is the 93 up there, or did I just miss him? Oh my gosh, Fenway fell off pace. He's back to 35th. The points lead is in jeopardy for Landon Fenway. 2 to go. Sperlitube still leads. It's still the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But Fenway has fallen off pace. Greg Lee is back here, so that may have been an issue up towards the front. Ferris has to get every position he can now to get that points lead even bigger. If he could break into the top 10, that would be sweet for him. They're coming to see the white flag. Riley Sperlitube is out front of the 57 of Cynthia Bright. Fenway, the points that are coming to the race, had 80 points to work with. And now with 1 lap to go, Sperlitube takes the white flag. We're on the final lap of the Subway 250. Points lead may have just changed hands. We'll have to see what happened to the 93. And the chase may have just taken a big twist down the backstretch for the final time. Sperlitube trying to punch his ticket in with his 2nd win of the season. Into turn 3. Sperlitube through 3 and 4. Nice and easy. Cynthia drives it hard. Can't get there. Riley Sperlitube wins the Subway 250. Bright, Heath, Buford, Thompson round out the top 5. It looks like Fenway has some nose damage there. And the 93 finishes 35th. Michael Ferris ends up 12th. That may have just given him the points lead, the regular season points lead. I have to see what happened because Fenway fell back. He was like top 10, And then Lee was up there as well. He falls back to 29th. So maybe those two had some sort of altercation. We'll have to see what happened. Oh my gosh, here it is. They got 3 wide. Fenway and Greg Lee are rubbing at each other. Trey Ray makes it 3 wide down low in the 18. And Fenway rubs up against the 99. Lee sends them both up the track and into the wall for both of them. Fenway gets the most damage from that, hard into the outside wall. Lee also gets damage and falls back to about the 20s. So both those drivers just had huge implications because of this crash. You can see Fenway up against the wall very slow. He knows that truck is damaged and he's getting out of the way. Luckily, almost runs over Cancel to get down pit road. And how the chase took a twist with this one wreck right here. Lee was trying to battle to get into the chase with a win. Fenway was trying to keep the points lead, trying to get everything he could out of that truck. And into the wall he goes, on board with him as he saw Ferris kind of getting away there in front, knew he had to keep a position up inside the top 20, and this happens. And you can see Ferris up there, and then Fenway just overdrives the corner up, and Greg Lee, nothing Lee could do there, sends them both into the wall, and at that point you know something's wrong with the truck, and you're just going to now try to get down pit road. And this changes the chase dramatically, and Riley's able to pass his Cynthia Bright late in the race to get to victory lane at Phoenix. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Subway 250 at Phoenix. There's 1 caution flag for 4 laps, and 2 lead changes among 3 different drivers. Riley's Brio Tube steals a win from Cynthia Bright, who ends up second. Bright led 24 of the 38 laps here today, but was to no avail as she did not get to victory lane. Justin Heath led the other 8. He ends up 3rd. Jennifer Buford in 4th, and Keegan Thompson 5th. Then Christian Rich ends up 6th, Tim Gary 7th, Dylan Mills in 8th, Xavier Sullivan Jr. in 9th, and William Seaman rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. See Michael Ferris, second in points, coming to the race, ends up 12th. A decent day there, but isn't enough to get him to the points lead, as Fenway ends up down in the 35th position. My, oh my. It's going to come down to it. See, Jonathan Reigns actually had a camshaft issue, so he retired from the race early. And then Fenway running but 2 laps down. Rocha was 2 laps down, and Yo was also 2 laps down. 32 trucks finished on the lead lap. As now let's go look at the point standings and see who made the chase the 10-truck field. Well, how about that? Just at the end, Fenway holds on to keep the points lead. So Landon Fenway keeping the points lead. Michael Ferris 2nd, Christian Richardson 3rd, Justin Seidel 4th, Alex Stewart 5th. Cole Luigi in 6th, Griffin Lynn 7th, Racer 8th, Trey Rainey 9th, and Luke Rainey rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20, and now the drivers that made the chase. Luke Rainey, Landon Fenway, Michael Ferris, Riley Spraytube there at the end with his 2nd win. No other drivers have 2 wins, so we go by the 1 wins. Richardson, Zidell, Luigi, Lynn, Rainey, and Cynthia Bright. Even though she didn't win, and Spraytube won, because the 1 had those misfortunes with the camshaft, it knocks him out of the chase and moves the 57 Cynthia Bright in. So the problem we didn't know about with Reigns was the camshaft, and it actually takes him out of the chase because of what happened. His win, if he would just finish the race running, he probably would have been fine. But because of the misfortunes in Cynthia Bright, we thought that she was going to get knocked out of the chase because she did not win that race, but she gets in because of the misfortunes of 1 driver. Mills ends up out, so he was just a few points away from Cynthia there at the end. Alex Stewart, you have to feel for him. He was top 10 points pretty much all season. 5th, and because he did not get a win, he's not in race service. Also top 10 points. Ends up 8th without a win. JJ Reed, Greg Lee also did not make it top 12 in points. Danny Bright, William Seaman, Gustavo Rocha, Tim Gary. Rest of the points field. Talked about how Jennifer Buford could use another win. She moved up to 22nd in points just with a good finish. So imagine if she got another win on the season. If she would have gotten her 2nd win, she would have moved up in front of Cynthia in the chase. That would have been the same for Colton Yo, who with his bad race falls to 27th, or Jonathan Buford. If he would have won, he started on pole. He had a pretty good shot, but that truck was just not set up for the race runs. So that was it for the regular season. Our first of 7 chase races goes to Auto Club for the Sony 200. I'll see you guys then.